Hello, my name is Mortaza Ocaklu.
Mhm.
I am working and in Istanbul Aydın University. It's a great opportunity and a great honor for me to join to this congress. My topic is the impact of the COVID-19 on international trade, the case of the UA27 countries and Turkey. Okay, my topic is about the impact of the COVID-19 on international trade, and the case of the Euro 27 and Turkish. Turkey, sorry. As you know, the COVID and international trade is severely affected by COVID-19, and we have a special situation in Turkey also. Turkish lira decreased by 45%, and devaluation is happened in Turkey also. So, as you know, the international trade is severely affected by nominal exchange rate. So, in both sides, Turkish trade is affected. In this study, we try to measure how COVID-19 affects Turkish international trade, and we use two methodology for this purpose. The one of them is G curve, and the other one is S curve models. And these models are well known in international trade, and we use the Eurozone 27 countries for this purpose. Why? Because I will say why we choose UN 27 countries. Okay, let's see the effect of COVID-19 on international the world. How COVID-19 affect the world trade. As you may as you remember, IMF called the effect of the COVID-19 on international trade a crisis like no others. So the effect of the COVID-19 really was so great on the international trade. As you see in this graph, almost export is 39% decrease, and import is 29% decrease. The impact of the COVID-19 on export was more than import. The effect of the 28 financial crisis on export was almost 40%. So we can say the COVID-19 has affected the world trade almost as much as 28 financial crisis. And we chose UN zone. Why? Because the UN zone, especially 28 countries or 27, we use the data of the 27 countries. But in this slide, I use the 28 countries data. Why? Because the 41% of the Turkish export is with European zone, European countries. This is the largest countries that Turkey have a trade partner. This is the export. For the import, almost 33% of the Turkish import is over the Eurozone also. This is a great, the most largest trade partner also for the import. So we chose Eurozone 28 country in our study. As you can see here, this graph shows the Turkey and Euro 27 trade balance from US dollar. As you can see, almost all the period is negative from the Turkey, but in 2018 it became positive, and the effect of this positive is still, I think this still is a positive. We use the last, let me see, the last data of us is 22. The last of the last quarter of 2022 still is a positive. As I told you, we use two phenomenon or two methodology for our estimation. The one of them is J-curve. This is a so popular phenomenon in 80s because, as you remember, in the literature, some of the countries, some of the countries based on Marshall-Lerner condition. If a country decrease or devaluate his money, he can more export and get more advantage about the devaluation of this money. This phenomenon is called J-curve. And the other one is S-curve. S-curve is a direct relationship between the nominal exchange rate of the country with trade balance. We use this methodology for our data set. And this J-curve actually is based on Behmani, Oskui, and Brooks in 1999 model. And the model is based on Cobb-Douglas model. Just a little mathematical differences between them. And we use this equation for our estimation. And the coefficients of this model actually is not important. The most important coefficients is D3. I mean the coefficients of real exchange rate. If D3 be positive, it's mean J-curve phenomenon happens. So let's see the result. This is our data and data set. And we use the real exchange, we calculate the real exchange rate by using the CPI for the European countries and CPI for Turkish, and also export and import, and real GDP of Turkey and European Union. I forget this say about all estimation models. All estimation models is we use two estimation models. One of them is ARDL model. The other one is ARDL model. The one of them is developed by Pesaran, Shin, and Smith. Is so well known methodology. The other one is developed by Shin in 2014, as I remember. This equation is for ERDL model, or the equation, actually, estimated equation. And the other one, this slide shows the non-ARDL model that developed by Shin, Yu, and Greenwood in 2014. The differences between the non-ERDL and, the differences between the ERDL and non-ERDL is that non-ERDL is a non-linear and asymmetric error correlation that allow us to know the asymmetric effect of the real exchange rate on trade. So we use both of them for a clear understanding about our estimation. This table is, this table is the result of our estimation. As I told you, or the coefficients of the real exchange rate is most important coefficients for us. So we just look at these three. I don't know, you are seeing my mouse or not? These coefficients.
We can see.
As you can see, this coefficient is negative and statistically significant. And also this positive coefficients of the non-ERDL also is negative and statistically significant. The other coefficient is negative, but is not statistically significant. And the COVID period also is negative for the negative side of the non-ERDL, and the other one is positive, but statistically not significant. So we use the multiplier effect of non-ERDL model. We can see this more clearly of the both previous models. The positive effect of the increase in the real exchange rate has a large impact on the improving the Turkish trade balance. In addition, during the pandemic period, real currency depreciation or devaluation of the Turkish lira has a positive impact on Turkish trade balance. And also we use a S-curve. S-curve is more simple than the J-curve. This is a simple testing simple correlation between the trade balance and real exchange rate, but with different lags. We use different lags, almost 10 lags. We use 10 different lags for this goal. And as you can see, all of the coefficients of the lags is negative, and we use a 10 lead also, following the Behmani-Uskoui and his co-workers, and also leads coefficients are negative. Before the COVID-19, also all of them is negative, and lead coefficients also are negative. But during the COVID period, we have some positive correlation. We find some positive correlation between them, especially in 9 lags and 9 lead, and also in 10 lag and 10 lead, we have a positive. We find positive correlation. But we follow the Behmani-Uskoui. Behmani-Uskoui for the trade balance use this formula. We use this formula for the S-curve, but we use the other formula for the trade balance with giving the rate of ratio of the export to import, and we get a different result. Not so different, but a little different from this side. The lag of the COVID-19 period are positive, almost 6 coefficients are positive. Cross correlation not exhibiting the support the S-curve aggregate level, in aggregate level. In this case, cross correlation between the real exchange rate and the trade balance with 10 lags are around the minus 0.7 for full sample, and for the full sample for the COVID period is between minus 0.4 and minus 0.1. So the correlation during the period gets smaller than before. The conclusion is, we can say that 7 conclusion. This is study try to investigate the impact of the COVID-19 on trade between the Turkey and Euro 27 countries. We use J-curve and S-curve methodologies, RDL, ARDL, and non-ERDL, and multiple dynamic methods are used, and no evidence of the J-curve and S-curve we find. And also this has a consistent previous studies. And during the pandemic, a real currency depreciation or devaluation of the Turkish lira had a more positive impact on the Turkish trade balance. And also cross correlation coefficients during the pandemic is smaller than the correlation between the pandemic with the different lag and different leads. And therefore, although the J-curve and S-curve were not detected, depreciation of the Turkish lira and the effect of the COVID-19 makes condition to favor of Turkish trade balance. Thank you for listening me. If you have any question,